Today, our theme is going to be about getting ready early in the morning. So the first thing we are going to do to get ready for early in the morning is we are going to have a couple of stretches, but we're going to do it from sitting in our very own chair. So the very first thing I need you to do is sit on your chair, but sit up straight like a king or a queen. Suck your tummies in, drop your shoulders down, put your hands on your laps and smile. That's it. Right, should we get going? Let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose and out through our mouth. Let's do that for 3 more counts. In and out. In and out, in and out. Now check that you're still sitting up nice and straight like a king or a queen. Right, now what I'm going to ask you to do is to put your hands on your hips like you are a little cup or a teapot. And what we're going to do is we are going to lean to the one side, hold it, up to the middle, lean to the other side, up to the middle, to the one side, back up to the middle, the other side, and up to the middle. Now we're going to take one hand straight over our head and we're going to go over to the side and up to the middle. Swap hands, over to the other side and up to the middle. Swap hands, over to the side and up to the middle. Swap hands, over to the side and up to the middle. Now this time, both hands are going to go up. Reach as high as you can, sit up nice and tall, and try and get your arms on your ears. Now we're going to breathe in and over to the one side and up to the middle. Over to the other side and up to the middle. Over to the side and up to the middle, and over to the side and up to the middle, and sit up straight like a king or a queen. Let's take our shoulders for a walk forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards. Right, shoulders up to your ears. And breathe out and down. Up to ears. And breathe out and down. Up to ears. And breathe up, out and down. Right. Let's give our hands a little bit of a shake, little bit of a shake, little bit of a shake. Take your one hand and put it on your opposite knee. Other hand cross over on your knee. Now we've got crossed over legs. We're going to pull up our tummies back towards our chairs, put our knees forward and stretch as we put our heads down. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Pull on your hands and stretch out your back as much as you can. And let's sit up, swap around our hands and take our tummies backwards towards our chairs, heads down and stretch, 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 stretch. And up we go. Now let's give ourselves a nice big hug. And take our hands in the other way, nice big hug. Right, well done. Just loosen up our shoulders, other way. And there we feel a little bit looser in our chairs. Excellent work, everyone. The next thing that we are going to be warming up are our lips. So, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to start pretending that we are chewing some bubble gum. So pop your bubble gum into your mouth and chew. Chew bigger and bigger. Now I want you to chew as if you've got no manners. So you're going to open your mouth as you're chewing. Now I'd like you to chew as if you are a little rat and you've got tiny little chews. And chew normally. As if you have no manners. And as if you are a little rat. Well done. Now we're going to smile as wide as we can and make a nice loud kissing noise forward. And smile and a kissing noise. And smile and a kissing noise. Well done, everyone. That was excellent work. So now we're going to do a little tongue twister. It's a very well-known one that you have probably done before. It goes like this. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Let's try and say that together very slowly. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Well done. Now we're going to try it a little bit faster together. Are you ready? Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Now we've got to do it really quickly, but make sure that we are moving our lips. 1, 2, 3. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Excellent work, everyone. The next thing we are going to do, we are going to be miming doing a couple of activities. Remember, with mime, we are not allowed to talk or make any noise. So when we do our actions, we're going to do them really slowly and we're going to use good facial expression so people can see what we are doing. If we pick something up that we are imagining that we are picking up, we need to remember to put it down again. We can't just drop things all over the place, even though they are not real. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be brushing our teeth. We will need to pick up the toothpaste tube. We need to open the toothpaste tube. We then need to pick up our toothbrush, and then we're going to squeeze some toothpaste onto the toothbrush. You can put your toothbrush down if you want, or with the other hand, you are going to be putting the lid back onto the toothpaste tube. Then you are going to start brushing your teeth. Are you ready? So let's begin. Remember, once you have got your toothbrush in your hand with the toothpaste on it, you need to put a little bit of water on the brush, so you'll have to put it under the tap. Remember to turn the tap off because you don't want to waste water. And now you can brush your teeth. Now, you might want to rinse your mouth out because you've got toothpaste in your mouth. So you can fill up a glass with water. And now you're going to rinse your toothbrush. And let's put our toothpaste and our toothbrush away. Well done, everyone. Wasn't that fun? This time, I'm not going to help you with the mime. You've got to imagine the things for yourself. The first thing I would like you to mime is getting out some cereal from the cupboard, putting your favorite cereal into your bowl and then adding some milk to your bowl, and you're going to be eating your cereal very nicely and neatly. Please remember that you need to pick up all the different things and open different containers and put them back as well. When you are eating, you need to chew and swallow. Are you ready? Let's get going with eating our breakfast cereal. The next thing you are going to mind is washing your face. So remember, when you've got to turn on the taps, where you've got to pick up the soap, when you've got to rinse, and you need to dry your face, so you will have to pick up a towel. So let's get going with washing those grubby faces. The last thing that you are going to be miming for me is getting your hair ready for school. If you are a girl, you might need to be tidying it up. If you are a boy, you might need to actually put some gel in your hair. If you don't have very much hair, you can imagine that you do have hair and you can make a fancy hairstyle with your hair. Right, are you ready? Let's get going with those fancy mime hairstyles. So are you ready for some story time? I'm going to be telling you a story about Susie, who's a little grumpy girl who is always late for school. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Susie, and she always ended up being late for school. And every day when she arrived at school, she was so grumpy, and her teacher would say to her, "What's wrong, Susie?" And Susie would say, "Miss White, I had a terrible morning this morning. I didn't have time to eat my cereal, and now I've forgotten my PE kit, and I've even got no lunch because I left it behind." "Oh no," said Miss White. "Susie, you're going to have to learn to be more organized." But the next day, Susie would come in as grumpy as ever. "Oh, Miss White, my ballet teacher is going to be so angry with me because I didn't have time this morning to do my hair." The next morning, there was another complaint. "Oh, Miss White, I'm really sorry, but I didn't do any homework. Well, actually, I did, but I forgot my homework book because Mom was rushing me." Miss White eventually had enough. "Susie, I think we need to do something about you being so late in the mornings. I think it's because you are just not organized." "Not organized? I think I'm organized." "No, Susie, I think what you need to do is lay everything out the night before you go to sleep, and then you will be much more prepared for the morning." "What do you mean, Miss White?" "Well, if you're going to be having ballet the next day at school, why don't you put all your ballet things into your bag the night before?" "The night before? Isn't that a little bit silly?" "Well, I don't think it's silly because then in the mornings when you're sleepy, you won't even have to think about it." I suppose so. And you could put your uniform out on your chair so that it's all ready for you. And perhaps you could even get your cereal bowl ready with all your breakfast things in the morning." Thought Susie. "I'm going to give it a try." So that night, Susie went home. She laid out all her breakfast stuff early in the evening, before she went to bed. She put out her school uniform, she got her dance things ready, she had her hairbrush waiting, and then she found that she even had enough time to read a book before she went to sleep. The next morning, her alarm clock went, and she woke up and she remembered that everything was already laid out for her. It almost felt like magic fairies had been there to help her, although it was her that had actually put her things out. And do you know, that morning went so smoothly. Susie's mom couldn't believe it because Susie was in such a good mood, and when Susie arrived at school, she was shocked. She was the first child there, and so was Miss White. "My goodness, Susie, you look in a good mood today." "Yes, Miss White, I've decided that now I'm not going to be Susie the late anymore. I'm going to be Susie the organized." And from that day on, Susie always remembered to pack her bag the night before and get all of her things out ready so that she could have a good start to her morning. Now, what I'm going to be doing is showing you a whole lot of things that Susie had to pack into her school bag. You are going to be looking at the pictures and you've got to try and remember what all those things are. Are you ready? Have you got your thinking caps on? 1, 2, 3, go! Well done, everyone. So let's see what your memories are like. You are going to be now drawing a picture of Susie's bag. But what you're going to do is you're going to pretend that it is a transparent bag. In other words, we can see through the school bag and we can see what all the items are that are in the school bag. So you're going to be drawing a big school bag. I will give you an example of what it looks like. And then inside the bag, you've got to try and remember what all those things were that Susie packed in her bag. Let's see how good your memories are. So here's the picture of the bag. This is what you're going to draw. And then you've got to put all the different things that Susie has to pack in her bag. You're going to put them inside your drawing of Susie's bag. Are you ready? While you are drawing your beautiful bag for Susie, I'm going to be playing you some songs that you can sing along with. So I hope you've had a wonderful lesson, and tonight at story time you can tell Mom and Dad the story about Susie and how late she was in the mornings, and hopefully you will all remember to pack your school bags and be ready for the morning. Bye bye everyone. Have a good day.